وَمِنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ مَنْ إِنْ تَأْمَنْهُ بِقِنْطَارٍ يُؤَدِّهِ إِلَيْكَ. And among these people of the book, there are some whose custody, if you give a lot of wealth, qintarin, they will return it to you. يُؤَدِّهِ إِلَيْكَ. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ إِنْ تَأْمَنْهُ بِدِينَارٍ. And there is among them, if you trust him with only 1 dinar, لَا يُؤَدِّهِ إِلَيْكَ, he will not return it to you, إِلَّا مَا دُمْتَ عَلَيْهِ قَائِمًا, except if you keep standing over his head. You can only extract back your 1 dinar from him with force. Otherwise, he is not going to return it to you. Now this is, very important, that Quran wants and is doing justice to them also. All of them were not so bad. Individually, some people were present. In the Jews, although this percentage was very low, but in the Christians it was quite high at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There were people who were knowledgeable and who were practicing their deen. The Buhaira Rahib, he recognized Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his childhood. Then a Christian, a knowledgeable person, he guided Hazrat Salman Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And under his guidance, Hazrat Salman came to the Arabian Peninsula and he could join the party of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he became the companion of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the same way, that the ruler of the Alexandria, he sent to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam presents. Heraclius, he also had recognized Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So people among Christians, there were people who were very much knowledgeable and they were, having good characters. But among the Jews even, there were certain people. After all, Abdullah ibn Salam, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he was a very big alim among the Jews. He was a rabbi and he accepted Islam, embraced Islam, and he was a very true and sincere sahabi of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Quran acknowledges whatever good was there in them. Minhum, there are among them persons who are so honest that if you entrust a treasure, a very big amount of gold in their custody, they will prove to be ameen, they will be trustworthy, they will return it to you. But among them there are people whom if you entrust even 1 dinar, you will not be able to get it back except by force. Illa ma dumta alayhi qaima, if you keep standing over his head, otherwise there's no possibility of your dinar getting back. So this is the condition in which this nation was at that time. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا, why have they degraded to such low level morally? What is the reason? ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا لَيْسَ عَلَيْنَا فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ سَبِيلٌ. This is the dogma. And this has been given in detail in a picture, in a documentary that was prepared here regarding the teachings of Talmud. You might have seen it. And now the person who prepared that documentary, I think he has been killed. The other Israel. So Talmud actually, they don't act on Torah basically. Their legal code is Talmud. Their practices are basically, they are derived from Talmud. That is their book of action. Torah, it is a book of history. Mostly it is a book of history. The real Sharia of Yahud, the real commandments, the real laws and regulations, details, they are in the Talmud. And in Talmud it is clearly written that about Gentiles and Goyim, you are free to do whatever you like. You cheat them, you deceive them, you rob them, you kill them, you can do whatever you like to do. And there will be no question from you on the day of judgment. You will not be accountable. You will not be questionable on account of doing any injustice, doing any dishonesty with any non-Jew. The non-Jew whom they call the Gentiles. They are the Gentiles, they are the Goyims, they are like animals. They are only in human form. Really, they are animals. Quran also testifies to this creed of theirs. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا لَيْسَ عَلَيْنَا فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ سَبِيلٌ. This is because they have concocted a belief that we are not to be blamed for anything about these Ummiyin. And who are Ummiyin? Who have no book. The non-Jews. They were without law. They were the Ummiyin of Arab. And now they say this word is used by the Jews for every human being who is non-Jew, who is not a Jew. We can do anything with them they like. وَيَقُولُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبِ. And they are assigning lie to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a big lie. ascribe a false and forged thing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيَقُولُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبَ وَهُمْ يَعْلَمُونَ, and they are doing it knowingly.